Hello guys, my name is Isaac Simpendrel. Thank you for tuning in again to my channel. Guys, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share. This is a channel where we talk about issues concerning averting HIV and sexually transmitted infection stigma in our society, and we usually say that being positive about HIV is not necessarily being HIV positive. Thank you. There are several things I want to talk about, but today allow me to talk about something very key, and that is cervical cancer. In HIV management, cervical cancer screening is very vital. Also, cervical cancer vaccination or HPV vaccination is very key. Why do we say this? Remember, human papilloma virus can be transmitted sexually, and if you can be able to get HPV sexually, it means you can also be able to get HIV sexually through the same process. So if at all we are going to prevent HIV transmission, we must consider also there is another thing that is coming up that is called cervical cancer. Now, how do we prevent cervical cancer? And then, what is the impact of cervical cancer to someone who is suffering from HIV and AIDS or HIV virus infection? Let's start with prevention. Now, especially in Kenya, there was around 10 years ago, the government of Kenya launched HPV vaccination. Actually, it is 2017, 2018, around 2018 there. Government of Kenya launched HPV vaccination. It has been a process, but the process has been slow, but it has been moving. However, the uptake for HPV vaccination has been very low. Now, let's talk about who are eligible for HPV vaccination. Number one, for you to be vaccinated against human papilloma virus, first thing, you must be a woman, because women are the one who are high risk of acquiring cervical cancer because they have cervix. Number two, you must be around between 10 to 15 years. Initially, they were offering to those who are 10 years old only. But now, it's between 10 and 14 years, those who have not become sexually active mostly. Why this? Because once you become sexually active, your chances of acquiring the virus gets high. So we are trying to cover or to build immunity to someone who has not yet exposed to this virus. Number two, if you are already sexually active, now the point of screening comes to play. How do we do the screening? We have examination under acetic acid or via, or we can do via examination under glucose iodine, which we call villi, or we can do both. Also, there's other examinations that can be done like pap smear. All these examinations are done as a screening method or a screening tool to rule out someone who has a cervical lesion and someone who doesn't have. Now, what's the rationale of doing cervical cancer screening? For any person who has a cervical lesion that has not yet progressed, they can be treated via thermal ablation or cryotherapy. This is a way of destroying a lesion that it has the potential of becoming cervical cancer to prevent it from progressing to cervical cancer, thereby a way of treating cancer before it has advanced. Number 2, the other reason for screening, in case you have been diagnosed with a progressed cervical cancer that may be managed via surgical procedure like TAH, it can be done before it has metastasized to other regions of the body. Another thing, we can be able to initiate you on treatment if you are in a position where it has progressed to prevent you from becoming too severe, yet there are other solutions like the other mitigations or what we call palliative services that we can offer to you. So there's always a solution at any diagnostic stage that we find you, but the cheaper, the earlier it is, the cheaper it will be. Are we together up to this point? Thank you. Now let's go to those who are HIV positive. Why is it very important for us to screen you and to do interventions the earliest possible? Number 1, remember, human immunodeficiency virus is an immunosuppressive virus. Cancer is also an immunosuppressive disease. So the chances of acquiring other opportunistic infections while you have the cancer and HIV is too high. Number 2, when you have HIV virus, chances of getting a cervical cancer is also higher. And that's the reason why we do screening for those who are HIV positive annually as compared to those who are HIV negative, whom we do it biannually. Are we together up to this point? Thank you. Now, what else do we do if you are testing negative? You are well advised on how to maintain those negative results. So it's always very important for us to do cervical cancer screening as regularly as possible when resources are available. If you have any other question about cervical cancer, please drop it at the comment section. If you have any other kind of clarification, do not hesitate to ask. Thank you. God bless you.